A very good morning, students. I am Vinod Magdum. We are talking about preparation of instrument. In my last class, we have made discussion about the modes of data collection. Particularly, three modes we have so far discussed: personal interview method, mailing questionnaire, telephone interview method. Now the question comes that while dealing with the respondents, before we collect information from the respondent, there is a subject to us, there is an issue to us, there is a problematic topic that we have chosen. So we have to understand the problem, we have to go through formulating the questions related to the study, the problem. Here, an instrument, that is a questionnaire, or you can say the interview schedule or questionnaire, the most common type of instrument that is used in survey. So when you are ready to visit the respondents, to call the respondents, to send the questionnaire to the respondents, you must have an instrument, that is the questionnaire or interview schedule. So what it contains? It contains a set of questions, that should be either self administered, made by own, or administered by some researcher or research trained investigators. So there are set of questions. So here, when you visit the bank, one thing, let me tell you, when you visit the bank and want to open the bank account, they will give you the form, okay? Or nowadays they ask you to go through visiting the website and fill up the form online, and then bring the hard copy and submit at the bank branch. So when you look after the form, that may be online or offline. So there are set of questions. They will ask first name in capital letters. Yes, they ask the address second. They ask the PAN card number next. They ask your income. They ask which kind of account and all. So here there are set of questions. So that is what an instrument. So like that, similarly, when you are interested to study about a particular problem or an issue, in that case, you are required to prepare a instrument. So that is the questionnaire or interview schedule. So we must careful while preparing questionnaire or interview schedule. There are certain points, those to be followed, those to be noted while preparing the questionnaire. So the points, those to be followed while preparing the questionnaire are: number one, questionnaire should not be too long. Yes, questionnaire should not be too long. As possible, as much as possible, we try to maintain a minimum questions. Those helps to fulfill our objectives. There should not be too much questions, more number of questions. That leads to bore to the respondents, laziness to the respondents, or the respondents could not spend his more time. So therefore, the number of questions to be small. Number two, the series of questions should move from general to specific. When we are preparing the questionnaire, the series of questions, those should be normal first, then specific later, particular later. General questions, we must have asked them the name first, yes, their address first, then we have to ask them their age, their family, income, like that. Then we have to ask them about the specific whatever we have. Suppose if we, in our earlier example, we have taken primary school infrastructure survey. First questions, those to be name of the school. Yes. Next to that is to be name of the headmaster or respondent. Yes. The next to be the number of teaching staff, the number of non-teaching staff, the number of, like that, children's, like that. There are some general information related questions at the beginning, later specific about drinking water, the playground, yes, the game, sports related infrastructure articles, etc. The number third is the questions should be precise and clear. It should be clear cut, it should be a precise one, a short one, so that they will get it easily. If your question is rigid, a little difficult, tough to understand, they will not understand it, and they are unable to answer you. It leads to misinterpretation, misunderstanding. Therefore the question should be precise, to be short, smart, clear cut, neat. Okay. Next, fourth one, the questions should not be ambitious. Here ambitious I said, it should not make them a strong desire to tell their strong desires. It should not be made them to become a strong desire. It should not be ambitious one. Okay. It should not be ambitious. That leads to what? The strongest desires, opinion of strong or strongest desires. It should be in an easy way. It should be in a easy way. The respondent should be replying in a normal mode. There should not be any more excitements. There should not be any more excitements from the respondent side, so that they have to cool and calm and answer by thinking their own way. Next one, the questions should not use double negative. Double negative, you can say, no, sometimes if you ask the question like this, how many children came to your school? Why? So the first question, how many children come to your school? Why? You are not supposed to ask the double negatives. Yes, if you are asking one question and you should not lead it. Yes, you should not ask the double negatives. Then the next one is, the questions should not be a leading question. The question should not be a leading question. So when you are asking one question particularly, make it complete. Or else when you are asking a question particularly and respondent responses, again by taking their response only, you are not going to ask them the questions. Yes, if you ask a question to the headmaster, that is the number of classrooms available in the schools. The headmaster says, for example, 10. Why not 20? Why 10 only? Like that, depend upon their answer. You should not raise the other questions. You have to make it complete. What information you want to gather, that much only. There should not be a leading questions. And last one is, the question should not indicate alternatives to the answer. The question should not indicate alternatives to the answer. The questions must be specific to be clear, that should not lead alternatives. Say for example, if you are asking a question to the headmaster, that what number of faculty you have in the primary school? What number of faculty, or what is the total staff members? The total staff members in the school. They could give it in a different way. Answers they may give it in a different way. That for example, they could say total 30, and again in that teaching staff 20, non-teaching 10. So here sometimes what happens, they are unable to get your question clearly. Yes, that should not indicate alternatives to the answer. Males, females, yes, gender wise, like that. Now here, when the question is put before them, that should not lead them to have some alternatives. Yes, that is school hours, opening time. Yes, that may differ from school to school. Yes, in some city schools, the early school timing is early morning. Like that, here the question should not indicate alternatives to the answers. Okay, so go through this writing this one. We will discuss the remaining in the next class.